Hey everybody, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. There are some things that folks don't tell you about doing stuff with Lego a lot of the times when they make videos on YouTube or just in general if you have this kind of hobby. And today we're going to go over a few of those things. Let's go ahead and take a look at what our day is going to look like. Okay, so we've got the Lego city behind us here, and when you're starting to put these kind of things together, you start to realize how many pieces this is really going to take. And I've always known when I was starting this up a little bit that you never have enough pieces. You never have what you need. But as you start putting things together, you can tell that things really start to kind of get out of hand as far as everything you just have everywhere, and with the limited amount of space you have, limited amount of parts that you have. And you end up with things like this. This is my work desk at the moment from our last Lego City update a little while ago there. When I say, these kind of projects can take a couple hours just in itself, and I try and shorten things down to just a manageable video for you all. But you can see all the different parts here, things from the road packs, and we've got the manuals sitting here, the boxes, we've got the sets we're wanting to work on next, as well as a few other things just poking out from under the table again. Not to mention other things going on in the city. This always just seems to be the dumping ground. I'm trying to break that habit and not have things sitting here all the time. We've got some behind the scenes action here for you. We're going to show you what they don't tell you about being a Lego person. So we're going to try and get some things cleaned up today. We're going to do maybe a little bit of sorting. I know it's not very exciting, for everybody here, but just kind of showing you some of the process, and we're going to show you just the, before and after of getting everything kind of cleaned up and getting our city back into a presentable position. Let's go ahead and start getting things back in order. Okay, we're sitting back at the desk here, and when you see all this in front of you, the main thing, I ordered these parts from Lego, and they're super confusing as far as once you get them, because especially in this particular order, I ordered left plates, these angled plates, and then also the right plates, if I even have any sitting here. Here we go. So when you're looking at the bag, this is how it arrived from Lego. And it's a big pain. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to try and sort some of this, as well as get the things out of there that I'm needing, like this gray brick like we were using for the road extenders and such there, as well as kind of organize what we've been using for like our road plate packs and such, and get the things in there that we're using, and then the other things that we're not, maybe back into like another box to be used for another time. So let's go ahead and just start looking at some of that. I might put a little time lapse on here and just kind of show you the overall process. And just like that, we've got things at least sorted into bags, so let's find a place for it under the city for now, and then we'll see what we can do about some of these leafy pieces and put them somewhere. That'd be nice to go ahead and use. This part of the city here is actually looking pretty good as far as some of the details and such, but what we're going to do is we're going to just put all those leaf pieces just everywhere right here for now and see kind of what that looks like. And of course we can always change it if we need to, but I think it'll be a decent spot to keep increasing the detail in our Lego city. And all of a sudden, we have got some details. Look at all those leaves now. Just add some really nice detail for our Lego city. We've got some of these like flower holders or grass that some folks use that looks like those right there that I think we're going to throw on next. For a few of them, we're going to skip the time lapse on that one, but you can kind of get the idea. Just add a little bit more detail, maybe not to every leaf, but just add a bit more fun to it here. Let's see what that looks like. I've added some flowers. We've got a nice little printed ladybug piece right there, and just enough to add a little pop of color kind of throughout just adds a little bit more detail. So when you look at it, especially from a distance, you can see how well this area is starting to come along. And those trees we made the other day don't look too bad now when you kind of start disguising it with some other stuff in here. And I love just how this area is starting to come together as the most developed part of the city. Can't wait for us to get some tiles in so we can start getting some sort of pattern going in here and kind of finish this part off and kind of have it as the main central hub of the city and continue adding on and such. Used a bunch of those flower pieces. Those smalls always are, those small pieces are always a little pain to sort, and that's probably gonna be one of my next things. Not gonna time lapse that either, but you can get the idea of those extra parts that come in sets. I just put them in this cup and eventually they make their way into these small drawers there, which it just takes a lot of time to kind of sort them all out and get them into the right drawers and such. So when I have this opportunity for details, those kind of things are ready to go. I also think I've decided that I'm a Lego box flattener now. I can't seem to get rid of them, but they're going to take up too much room if I leave them built, at least for the bigger sets or some like the modular buildings or like Avengers Tower and the Daily Bugle. So I think I'm going to flatten them just like this here. And we'll find a place for it somewhere under the city. But we've got all the little pieces sorted out, so we're getting close there. So now I'm just going to tidy a few things up, fix some base plates that are just kind of sitting around, and I think we'll call it almost done. The city has never looked better. Got the train running here. Looks like they can make it through there. Looks like it was a little tight, but always got to check after you add some of the details here. Always more in time for improvement, but I thought we did a lot here in the Lego City as far as getting things cleaned up and getting things kind of set back up a little bit. Well, I think it's hitting something, but another day, another day. But I appreciate you coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Just a casual vlog here for you today, just behind the scenes of what's going on at Old Mountain Bricks. But until next time, make sure you do hit that like button. Let me know if you have any thoughts on any of the things we did today by leaving a comment below. But until next time, have a good one.